Alright, welcome to lesson 1 on changes to the earth. We're going to be talking about slow changes to the earth today. And so what those slow changes are weathering, the breaking down of rock by wind, water, and ice, and I have some pictures to come up and show you about that. Erosion, which is the carrying away of sediments and weathered rock. And then the last thing going into those slow changes of the earth is deposition, the placing of weathered rock and sediments in rivers, lakes, and streams. And when you're thinking about deposition, just thinking about trying to go and deposit money in the bank, right? Because that's how weathering, erosion, and deposition work. It's pretty much just like taking money to the bank and depositing it. So, now let's look at some examples of weathering. So weathering by water. If we start off with this picture and we have some water sitting right here in this pocket. Well, after a while, this water is going to wear away, and then it's going to leave this looking just like this. That the water sit there and it broke that rock down into smaller pieces and made this big divot right here. And we are going to be doing some experiments in class so we can kind of get some good further clarification. This is just getting you set up for the vocabulary and what we're going to be dealing with in class. So, weathering by wind. Well, what happened, if you have this wind coming in here and blowing, it keeps blowing on this side of this little hill right here. If it continues to blow, all of a sudden it's going to look like this, where that wind is going to blow all that sediment somewhere else and make this look like it's a big lopsided head or something. Now, then we talk about weathering by ice. So, for example, this ice will sit in here and get frozen over time. And then the thing that's going to happen is that when water freezes, it expands, it gets bigger. So after a while, the way that rocks get weathered by ice is it's going to take it, and when it expands, it's going to break that rock away, and it's going to break off this big hump, and then it's going to fall away, and then it's going to be eroded. And so let's look at this happening from start to finish. So let's say, for example, that right here, the top of this mountain right here, let's say that if it was a pocket of ice right here in the middle. Let me change that to blue. There's a pocket of ice right here in the middle, and it broke off. Boom! It broke off, and now you have this little small jagged chunk that breaks off and falls into the ocean. Now, when it falls into the ocean currents are going to carry that weathered rock. It's going to carry it this way and continue to carry it, and then it's going to deposit it right here somewhere else. So that rock started off here, it got broke off by ice, fell into the ocean or this lake, and it got carried away. Then it got deposited into the bottom of a lake or a stream where it's going to form a new landform. Now, I know the question that you're asking, man, am I going to have to draw all this fantastic artwork? Boy, you sure are right. So, make sure you draw all of that fantastic artwork that looks like it was drawn by a second grader or a kindergarten or something like that. Make sure you have it in your notebook, and we'll be talking about this tomorrow. And stay tuned for the next video, Fast Changes to the Earth. Hey.